discuss the question, should animal testing in cosmetics be banned worldwide? Animal testing has been used for decades to evaluate the safety of cosmetic products before they are sold to consumers. Companies have tested ingredients on animals such as rabbits, dogs, and guinea pigs to identify risks like skin irritation, eye damage, toxicity, and allergic reactions. Supporters argue that animal testing helps protect consumers from harmful products. However, critics believe it causes unnecessary suffering as scientific limitation and can now be replaced by modern alternatives. After examining both sides of the debate, I believe cosmetic animal testing should be banned worldwide. Today, I will explain four main reasons for these positions. First, animal testing causes unnecessary suffering. One of the strongest arguments against cosmetic animal testing is the pain experienced by laboratory animals. Every year, hundreds of thousands of animals are used in cosmetic experiments. Many are exposed to chemicals that can cause burns, blindness, poisoning, and severe irritation. A well-known example is the DRACE eye test. In this procedure, chemicals are placed directly into rabbits' eyes to observe reactions. Because rabbits produce fewer tears than humans, the chemicals remain in their eye longer, causing greater discomfort and damage. In addition to physical pain, laboratory animals often experience psychological stress. Many spend their lives in small cages with little movement or social interaction. The ethical issue becomes even more serious when we consider that cosmetics are not essential for human survival. Unlike medicines, cosmetic products are mainly intended to improve appearance. For this reason, many people believe it is difficult to justify causing suffering to animals for products that are not necessary for human health. Second, animal testing has significant scientific limitations. Although animals share some biological similarities with humans, important differences still exist. Different species observe and process chemicals differently. As a result, substances that appear safe in animals do not always produce the same results in humans. Human skin differs from animal skin in sensitivity and chemical composition. Immune systems also vary between species. Because of these differences, test results from animals can sometimes be inaccurate or misleading. Many scientists now argue that animal testing should no longer be considered the gold standard for cosmetic safety evaluation. If the goal is to predict human reactions accurately, methods based directly on human biology may provide more reliable information. Third, effective alternatives already exist. Advances in science and technology have created safer and more accurate alternatives to animal testing. One example is reconstructed human skin models. Companies such as L'Oreal have developed artificial skin systems that allow researchers to test cosmetic ingredients directly on human tissue. Scientists also use computer simulations to predict how chemicals will behave in the human body. Another alternative is cell culture testing, where human cells are grown in laborations and exposed to cosmetic ingredients. These methods offer severe advantages. They are often faster, less expensive, and more directly relevant to human biology than animal experiments. As technology continues to improve, alternative testing methods are becoming increasingly accurate and widely accepted around the world. Of course, not everyone argues with banning animal testing. Supporters argue that animal testing helps identify dangerous ingredients before products reach consumers. They also claim that living organisms are extremely complex and that alternative methods may not yet be able to replicate every biological process. In addition, some countries still require certain forms of testing before approving cosmetic products. These concerns show why the debate continues today. However, these arguments are becoming less convincing as technology advances. Countries that have banned cosmetic animal testing have not experienced major consumer safety problems. Furthermore, alternative methods often provide data that is more relevant to human biology than animal experiments. Modern technologies continue to improve rapidly, making alternative testing methods more accurate every year. Therefore, protecting consumers and protecting animals do not have to be conflicting goals. In conclusion, cosmetic animal testing should be banned worldwide because its unnecessary suffering to animals has important scientific limitations and can now be replaced by effective alternative methods. Many countries have already demonstrated that cosmetic safety can be maintained without widespread animal testing. As technology advances and public awareness continue to grow, society has an opportunity to move towards safer, more ethical, and more scientifically advanced testing practice. Governments, researchers, cosmetic companies, and consumers should work together to promote cruelty-free innovation and create a future that values both scientific progress and compassion for animals. Thank you for listening. Does anyone have questions?
I have interesting question.
Oh yes.
What do you think about the idea that instead of testing these products on animals, some people think that we should testing it on the prisoners?
Oh.
What do you think about this?
Prisoners?
Prisoners, like who killed somebody, like this group of people.
I think it's bad. Prisoners, and we should um, we should um, we should do it. No animal testing.
But we have to think about the death sentence prisoners. We can experience on them.
But I think human rights reason, no human testing. Yeah.
Even anyway they die.
Hmm?
Anyway they die.
No, but no human rights. You have to think about human rights. But then yeah. You
Kiyo? Yes.
If animal testing is banned completely, how we can guarantee consumer safety?
right.
That's a very important concern. However, many countries such as the European Union, South Korea, and Australia have already reduced or banned cosmetic animal testing without experiencing major safety problems. And in addition, modern alternatives such as human skin models, cell culture testing can provide reliable safety data while avoiding animal suffering.
How do you think about medication,
Med-
cosmetic,
Cosmetic
not cosmetic, medication?
medication. I think medication to ban animal testing. Yes.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. So,
One final question. You choose.
Okay.
You choose.
윤서?
She doesn't have a question. We have two people who raised. Yeah, so you choose Roni or Jihi.
지혜.
Thank you for your presenting. My
Yes.
question is, now technology is developing,
Yes.
and how about the gap between real developed technology and reality? So future is come true, but there is gap between. So what should we do?
I think we have very gap of government and researchers should work together worldwide and promote cruelty-free innovation and create a future and reduce gap.
Well
Thank
done.
you.